Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DiChiara here once again with another amazing episode of Joe DiChiara Presents. Happy Tuesday evening. I was almost going to say Monday, but yesterday was Labor Day. And I want to thank you for joining me here tonight. This is September 8th. Wow. We're almost going into the fourth quarter, folks. And what that means for me is right now I've been updating all of my clients' books and records, making sure that we're going into the end of the year knowing our numbers. And that's one of the fundamentals. That's one of the basics. And if you're watching live, if you can give me a hashtag live, I would appreciate it. And if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And the reason why we do that is if you have a question or a comment or something, it helps me and it helps everybody else to put it out there. And that's my story. I'm sticking with it. And let's see, we do have the chat going. So I've been getting better at doing the interactive thing. And if you've never met me, if you just stumbled upon me and you'd like to know who I am and what I'm doing here, I am a serial entrepreneur with a CPA license. My father tricked me into pursuing an accounting career because he told me that accountants run businesses, basically. And that's what I wanted to do. And actually, I'm doing it, but I was an accountant for a long time. And what I did in that time was I actually worked with thousands of small business owners. And it gave me the opportunity to see from the ground up what people go through, the mistakes that they make, the barriers that they overcome, how people literally become successful. You could read anything you want in a book, but experiencing it, being part of somebody's life and their family, watching them go through the trials and tribulations at every stage of the business process, from having the initial idea at the kitchen table to having a multi-million business go totally bankrupt and everything in between. So I take that knowledge and experience and my God-given talents, and what I do now is I teach people how to try to avoid those roadblocks and potholes and government compliance, hazards, and all the stuff that comes with starting and managing a business. Because, life is tough, people, to begin with. And I usually have my PowerPoint slides, so now I have to go off the top of my head. But the truth is that life is tough. And if it's not tough, you're probably one of the lucky ones. And I'm not talking about you're in a good space, you're all spiritual, and life is wonderful. Even if life is wonderful, it's still tough. That's just the way it is. But what makes us as entrepreneurs irrational and insane is the fact that we take that situation and we make it even harder. We bring all of this on ourselves. And if you're doing it knowingly, that's one thing. That's fine. And if you're a seasoned entrepreneur, you know what I'm talking about. You know the trials and tribulations, all of the, not if they happen, when it happens. And it doesn't matter at what level of business you're at. You could be at the top of your game in your industry, and all of a sudden the rug gets pulled out from under you. And that's just the way it is. In my experience, when I see people get into new businesses, they're not expecting all of the pushback and the rejection and the trials and errors, and mostly errors. And when you talk to people that are successful, they will tell you, fail quickly. Because whatever you're doing, it's probably not going to work. To be honest with you, it's probably not going to work. Now, if you have the tenacity and the vision and the dream to pursue whatever it is that you're pursuing, none of this is going to bother you. Well, it might bother you, and it's going to hurt, and it's not going to hurt a little. It's probably going to hurt a lot. Emotionally, financially, physically. You know, if you're willing to take that on, if you're ready, well, then you're probably crazy, just like Thomas Edison was. When he tried but failed almost 10,000 times or over 10,000 times trying to create a light bulb. And he finally did it. And he finally did it. And that's what it's like being in business. So there are right ways of doing things and wrong ways of doing things. And the right way is to do it with intention, with your eyes open, knowing what to expect, and then not being surprised when it gets hard, not being discouraged when it doesn't go your way. And sometimes when it doesn't go your way, that's a good thing. Sometimes if you don't get that client that you really thought you wanted, and then 3 months later you see them getting arrested for something, you know, things happen for a reason, and we don't know why at this time, at this moment, that something's happening. But as long as you can keep your eye on the ball and you stay aware of what's going on, you have a better chance at pulling it off, whatever it is you're trying to pull off. And that's why I created Bedrock University. I created it as a way to cut through all the muck, to provide clear, precise information from people like me that have been there, done that, and are still doing it. People like Haley Gray that is running a big Facebook group, and you could go to Bedrock University right now and find out exactly how she did it. Because I interviewed her, I put the course together, and then I followed her instructions, and I got a nice sized Facebook group now. And I'm streaming there right now. We have over 900 great members. And there's a lot of activity going on. We're making connections, and it's not just me making connections, it's other people. That was a result of Bedrock University. I could have done a YouTube search to figure out how to build a Facebook group, but who knows if that, you know, there's probably 3,000 YouTube videos on how to build a Facebook group, but I went right to somebody that's doing it. Credibility. They're not somebody that's just talking about it. And that's the story. So tonight, what I thought I would do is is take you through some more of what's available in Bedrock University and the orientation part of New Business Mastery. And I think I actually have a banner for it. Yes. So if you go to Bedrock University and you register for New Business Mastery, now the list price right now is $97. But if you stay till the end, I'm going to give you a code that so you could get into the course for free. And there's a couple of reasons why I want to do that. I want to get it out there. And the course right now, what's up there is the PDF version of the book that you'll be able to buy on Amazon, hopefully shortly. What's also going to come with the course is additional instructional videos, worksheets, and other cool stuff that'll go along with the course. So let me tell you what this course is all about. And so what's going to happen is if you go to Bedrock University, you're going to click here to register. And let me take that banner down. Okay, so you're going to go to Bedrock University, register, and it'll take you here after you register. There's something in between there, but and then you can view your course. Well, you're going to go in there and then sign up for one of the courses, and these are the courses that we have up here right now. And if you look at this, we have the Haley Gray course, and these are free. My friend Michelle Mraz, who is going to be doing a presentation on this. She's an amazing woman. Team building with Mike Wolf, a worldwide real estate investor, philanthropist, whatever. Great guy, great information. This is part one of a course that I haven't finished the other two parts, but we're working on that. This one is coming down because it's already obsolete, believe it or not. California put their system online. Before, when I did this, you actually had to file a paper document. So don't register for this course. And this is the one that I'm going to be showing you today, which is New Business Mastery. And when you get in here, so this is what it'll be like right now. And this is actually the orientation because it jumped ahead to where I was, I guess. But let's go back up to the top. Start. So it took me to the next lecture where I am. That's one of the features of Teachable. But before this, all it was the introduction. And I got a testimonial from my friend Craig Duswalt there. Thank you, Craig. And you click continue. And then now what's also going to be here, like I said, there will be some videos where I'm going to go deeper into the topic and some cool worksheets, budget worksheets and stuff like that, stuff that really gets accountants and bookkeepers excited. And so now tonight, what I was going to do is I'm going to go through the orientation part so you could see exactly what the course is about and if it's for you. And so, like I said in the beginning, what my purpose is with all of this stuff, everything I do basically today, from my mastermind group, which again, that's another thing I'd like you to join. That's free, Mastermind with Joe DiChiara. Bedrock University, my CFO package, where I do everything from soup to nuts for you on the accounting and bookkeeping side. Everything I do is really designed to help new business owners, people that are thinking about starting a business, people that don't, they're on the fence, they're not sure what the next step is, and people that have decided to start a business. And like I said, the new business owner, somebody that actually started the business, and also people that just like to improve and learn what's out there. Maybe learn something. Maybe they realize that they don't know everything, and there might still be something there that they can learn. And this is just my bio. And so again, what I'm doing here is I'd like to explain where I'm coming from with this. And if you know my story, if you don't, I'll tell you the cliff version now. Before I graduated, I decided I was going to run my first real business, legitimate, keep books and records, and I leased an ice cream truck, which I had done in the past, and I successfully, did it, but it was more just to make money, and it was fun, and it was like Cheech and Chong's ice cream truck. Anyway, I was a kid, and this time I did it right. I registered, I leased a truck, I kept books and records, and it was going to be my first practice run as an entrepreneur. And I was successful. I made a lot of money. I saved up. It got me through the rest of my semester in college. I only had one semester left. And I came out, I graduated, and I had proven that I was going to be successful because it was easy. And then 6 months into my accounting career, I got a letter from New York State that had a big red stamp on it. It said tax warrant. And for 3 days and nights, I thought my life was over. I actually thought I was going to have to hire an attorney. I didn't know what I did. I was too embarrassed to. I'm working in a CPA office. You would think that I would show the tax notice to one of the accountants, but I was too embarrassed. And from that day forward, I realized that this was not easy. It wasn't easy, and that was a harrowing experience. It turned out to be nothing, obviously. They were just looking for a form, and that's what I spent the next 35 years dealing with. And I came to the conclusion that this system is way too complicated. And what really got to me was the fact that so many businesses just fail, flat out fail. Millions of people never even generate a penny in revenue. And I wanted to find the solution, not just for me, but I wanted to teach people that this is why people fail. And I found out why. It's way too, and when I say fail, I'm talking about who I am talking about in this, on this page, the brand new business owners. The truth is that, and I don't care what statistics you look at, I'm going by my own experience. And the truth is that probably about 98% or more of new business owners fail. And that means that they start a business today, and within a year or two, they'll be out of business. Now, that don't mean they'll stop doing business, because if they're an entrepreneur, they're going to keep going. They'll just start another business. But that business failed. That was a loser. It didn't generate profits. And that happens over 98% of the time. And I don't care if you go by the SBA numbers, they claim that only 50% fail in the first 5 years. Now, if that was true, we'd probably have over 200 million businesses if you just do the math. Okay, so so why is that? And I go into, some of the things that I think, and like I said, these experts, they go through, okay, improper planning. These are, and these are legitimate reasons: improper planning, poor management, all of that stuff. But that's at the level where the business has already proven to be viable. How does a business prove to be viable? Well, if they hire an employee, believe it or not, even themselves, once they have payroll, they've hit a plateau that most businesses don't hit. Over 25 million businesses have no employees, zero, not even themselves. So I own a corporation and I am my own employee. I've already passed the viability stage. I've been in this business over 25 years, I think. 25 years. But anyway, whatever numbers you look at, it's going to be tough. So even after you pass the viability stage, you're probably going to fail. And that's by the statistics. And unless you have an exit strategy where you're going to either sell or transfer your business, when you're gone, the business is gone too. That's a business that no longer exists. So that's why I believe businesses fail. They can't get to that next level, and we have to get into the solutions. And that's what I offer, folks. I'm not a doomsayer. What I've learned is that if you just focus on the problem, you're not going to solve the problem. If you want to come with this situation to Mastermind with Joe DiChiara, we'll be happy to guide you through whatever the situation is. But what I like to do is look at the solution. So if we could agree on what all the other experts say, because if you go through all of what all of the experts say, they basically all will say poor planning. Well, it goes a little bit deeper than that with the new business owner, because a brand new business owner doesn't even know what they're supposed to be planning. If that makes any sense to you. So let me just run that by you. So if all of these experts in Forbes and wherever, the SBA, they're all going to say, lack of capital. Well, that happens. Some things are out of our control. The bad economy. I didn't cause the coronavirus. That was out of my control. But planning and implementation, that's in people's control. So so if you look at that, and it's pretty much a common thread with all of the experts. So an inability to plan, we can't plan. Well, take a step back to a person that's never been in business, that's never planned it. How could they possibly plan it correctly? So there we get to the crux of the problem that I believe. Now that's my opinion. But what do I know? I'm only doing this 35 years and working with thousands of business owners. But let's go through. I just want to, how do you increase your chances of success? That's a great question. That's a great question. And they didn't teach me the answer to that in CPA school. I had to learn it on my own. And I learned it through a method that was actually available to me before I got into business, was given to me when I went into business. It was free and I didn't use it. And it was called Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And that was a turning point for me. Actually, the turning point was The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. I read that, and then I went back, and because I remembered what I had learned from Napoleon Hill. So you increase your chances of success by understanding that the business doesn't start with the marketing and the numbers, and it starts with your mindset. So if you're not happy, if you're not in the right mindset, I mean, it all makes sense. You know, everything is pretty logical when it comes down to this, and that's why Napoleon Hill came up with his 17 principles of success. I have my own 13 principles. I have 13 because that goes into 52 4 times, and I was trying to create a system, and I used a bunch of Napoleon Hill's principles and some of my own, and later on I found out that Benjamin Franklin had a similar system, and that's how you increase your chances of success, folks, by following your own set of simple principles. And my time is out. I don't want to overlap into other people's Facebook Lives in their group. But anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking with it. Thank you, everyone. God bless. And I will be back again tomorrow with another amazing episode of Joe DiChiara Presents. Thank you.